All right, let's do a live stream. Super important day with Bitcoin breaking out, gold's to new highs, silver's going to be taking off. But what's going to happen with altcoins? They might get crushed back in a slap down as Bitcoin breaks out and goes to the moon. Bitcoin dominance could go up. So I want to go through some of the charts that we've had in signals the last little bit. And I'm going to talk about the automations and some of the article writing that I've been doing recently. Let's jump into the article writing. I've created a new account over on Medium, Altseason Copilot, followed by one person, and I've set that up so it will do the automations when a new signal comes through our hold status. I'll run this and it'll do well, let me do one right now because there's still one that hasn't been done. And this is what happens. It goes into the spreadsheet, the Pro Alert spreadsheet. It grabs the latest coin that's triggered to hold status. It goes to the internet, researches that coin, creates an article on Medium, and updates the spreadsheet that has been posted there. So every time there's a new hold signal in the alerts now, it's going to create a new article. So now I've got to go in and edit and be sure that this is laid out properly. So I've go into stories, and the most recent story here is that LPT has flashed a hold signal. And so here is the link itself. You can see it's pretty crappy to start off with the way it looks, but it's amazing that it went out and pulled up the information about this project. Totally crazy. And then I can have a referral program here for the copy trading and more details about our trading course and what have you down below. And all of that was just created in a second as we were doing this live stream. And here's the signal for LPT versus BTC, and it's probably poked up higher and it might get slapped back right now, and I'll have to check this stop loss to see if that's what's going to happen. And we might have kind of the same thing happening here in Ripple too. This is one of the signals that went out just recently. Let me go back to XRP. Okay, so I have to get the latest stories and dig down deeper to the XRP article. There it is. So there's the signal that goes out to our Pro Alerts. We get this in our Discord. I took a screenshot and put it in here. Non-members can read. There's the screenshot, there's the entry and the stop loss, and the risk is 9.7%. And we're still sitting with that same open risk right now. If I go into the Pro Alert spreadsheet, XRP is here, and we can see that it's up 8%, but it's still open to 9% risk of loss because I haven't moved the stop loss up. I probably could, but I'm not gonna, because this is a small enough trade that I'm okay to just leave it. All of these trades are small enough that I want to leave it. Now that it's triggered, it's not my job to second guess this anymore, and I'm gonna leave it. I'm taking time out of the equation and just seeing what goes on with this. Some of the other trades that went on recently, I won't remember them just by pulling them out of my hat. So ASTR, STX, mover. STX is right here, so let's take a look at that one. Then we'll get into Bitcoin and take a look at what's going on with that. So STX, it's consolidating, looks great. We got wicked in there, just touched us, so okay. And I'm good. Nothing for me to do there. I'm going to go into where I can find a couple that I know we just did. AGLD, not yet. ASTR, we just got into. So if you were super risk adverse and you wanted to snug this up, you could do this in your portfolio and you would reduce your risk on this. What I try to do on these is start off with a small enough position that I'm okay to lose this $5 if it comes down and kicks me out. And then I'm going to have some extra that I can add a bigger position on this when it eventually does turn around. Another one is Alice really broke out. Now, Alice, I had to pay my dues on this one. It's making the 1-2-3 formation. I got ready. It kicked me out. It's making the 1-2-3. I got wicked in and kicked out. Probably took more of a loss than this stop loss shows here. And now I'm back into it again. And the stop loss is still down below. I could move it up above, but then it's probably going to kick me out and then take off. So I'm going to leave it down here. And in no time, this will pay back all of the fees that I had to pay, like an insurance fee, that I had to pay over and over and over again, all the way down. If I was doing this correctly, I would have been taking losses on all of these little tries here, probably here too, all the way along, until I finally get in there and we're good. The big thing to look for here is Bitcoin dominance. And Bitcoin dominance is, unfortunately, looking like it's going to go higher. If we see the RSI break here and I go to the weekly view, the RSI should be at the top when Bitcoin dominance is going to top out and come down. So each time that we've had the really good bull markets, it's when the RSI worked its way up to a real extreme here on the weekly time frame, and we're not there yet. So I'm just being wary that the alts are probably going to get the back seat as Bitcoin's taking off right now, and everything will cool into Bitcoin for a while. And I don't know, I can't know. So that's why I have to leave my stops where they are in all of those alts. I can't second guess it. So Bitcoin, we front ran our signal. The main signal has turned into hold status now. So we're good to go. We're in full Bitcoin and we're out of cash now with our system. From June 14th or so, June 16th, we were in full cash and now we're back into full Bitcoin. So if it had continued down, we were, managed our risk properly and we're back into it without anything. Really great. I love it. And our system front ran the change of direction here by looking for these setups, and we've got the 1, 2, 3. And now I can move the stop loss in the trading system. I can move it up above the entry. And then that's it. There's nothing for me to do here except to wait for it to run and pull back a little bit so that I can use that pullback as my add-on. So there's nothing for me to do in Bitcoin now, which is nice. This is where we want to get into the altcoins, is to get into stage 3 of the trade where stop is above the entry. There's nothing for us to do but to wait for it to do its run and then pull back and consolidate. So there's a wrap up sort of what's going on with alts. We can see up above the Altseason Copilot really protected us really well, where it went into alert status and then pulled everything back. Went into alert status and again into alert status and again into alert status. It's crazy. So I really want to pay attention to those early movers that are crossing and get a little bit in there and then watch to be adding on to those because it's happened in the past and I just want to be ensured that that's what I'm setting up for. So I've got my Bitcoin position and I'm now watching for where I can be salting that Bitcoin into the alts when they start to flag and change those corners. So every day they come up in the Altseason Copilot daily action matrix. It has a list of details every single day that we can just go and look at, then review those coins. But we have a lot more detail in the Pro Alerts where we have the spreadsheet looking at things every 15 minutes. And then it goes into the copy trader account up above now that's sitting at 80%. So it'll stay there for a while because there's nothing going on in there. It's not going to close any trades for a while, except maybe a small loss for some of those trades that I'm into now. But there will be no profit taking in those for a while. So it'll stay at 80% realized profits, and we'll just continue to watch what's going on with that. You can learn more about that in the links down below, and you can also become an author on Digital Currency Traders. I will feature your articles and talk about you on the live stream. If you'd like to get these automated notifications now that the Altseason Copilot is going to automatically do from our make.com automation. It's going to create these articles and post these details. They're always late. It's after the hold status is already initiated. So our members get the advantage of getting the alerts so that you know when it's in alert status before it goes into hold status. And that's it for this live stream. Thanks for being here. I hope it's helpful for you. Leave comments and questions below, and it'll help me guide what you would like to see in the next live streams. Cheers, trade safe, and keep those losses small.